I used to have a gambling problem, but I wager I'll never gamble again. What's going on, YouTube? We are recording this here inside of New Riften, where everybody is currently lizard racing. You can find this in Hadron's Caravan and Reaper's March if you're interested. Now, I'm making this video for a very simple reason. I have noticed something in the Elder Scrolls Online community for a long time, and that is it's the most solo MMO to possibly exist. I've known this for a while, and as the developers push guilds, there's guild changes coming. We've got the guild summit, we've got the guild recruitment fairs. I just want to talk about why you should want to kind of make personal social connections on ESO, right? Like, why is it important? Because, oftentimes, you're like, I don't need it. Like, why do I need this? And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. And there will be some of you who are like, Jake, I refuse. This is an RPG game. I don't need any friends, Jake. Well, I want to show you something. This will shock you. MMORPG does have the word role-playing game, but just in front of that, it has massively multiplayer online. Now, I know this could be jarring for some people who've never seen this wording before, but it's actually massively multiplayer. So, like, there's quite a few other people. Even if you head to what I have coined New Riften, which I hope catches on one day, hopefully we'll see it in Reddit, you'll see a bunch of people here. It's a little bit of a social gathering area, and you're going to notice quite a few people. Now, obviously, the people here, they're just questing. People chit-chat every so often. And, some people just blare music into zone chat. But there are often quite a few ways when groups of people can help you. And we're going to break that down. Starting with the guild roster. Guess what one of the most common things I see in zone chat is? Hey, can somebody take me to, Bleak Rock Isle? Can somebody take me to Arteum? Can somebody take me to, Deshawn? Can somebody take me to Galen, High Isle? You can search alphabetically in these places and you can be teleported. You can literally go to the Rift. Should you do that? Probably not. It's probably a bit of a interesting zone to join here. You could microdose friendship by joining the Rift in zone chat, and you'll make tons of friends. But the reason why I point this out is it's a common thing for players to need. You're on a new character. You don't have way shrines unlocked. Well, guess what? Now you're here. And it didn't even cost you anything to teleport here. Another common thing, too, that you can see is that there's guild traders. Now, this is a paid trade guild. That's kind of what the majority of the guilds that I'm in are, to be fair. But that also allows for a couple of really nice things. One of the most common things is that you'll see, I think some of them actually have them listed here. Yeah, crown sellers. People have dedicated crown sellers. So if you want to buy a DLC from somebody with gold that costs crowns, you can utilize verified crown sellers to actually do that. That's one of the main benefits of being guilds. A lot of people watching this sometimes still don't comprehend because, it's a weird topic that you can buy crown store items with gold as long as you find somebody that's willing to sell them to you. And guilds are the perfect place to do so because they only verify these people after a certain amount of trades, and it overall is a very safe way to do so. And obviously the other nice thing is the guild traders are great because you can sell items and make passive income just by listing items up. Now there's free guild traders. We'll talk about that here. For example, there are some in places like Belkarth that actually don't require any guild dues. Now, if you're paying a monthly or a weekly fee for a guild trader, you're probably going to see higher sales there. It's just one of those things. It's kind of like there's a thrift store nearby to where I live that's only open on weekends. I guess you would call it like a flea market. Now, there's actually like an internal building that people will go to on the weekend. Everybody goes in there and shops, but you can also like pay like $10 to like park your car and basically like list out a bunch of items, from like I guess it's not really a garage sale, but like you're just putting a bunch of items out on a tarp for people to buy as well. So it's kind of like there's the premium spots. And for the people who want to go, outside and go for a walk, walk around all these other areas, there's an area for them too. One costs significantly more than the other one. ESO is kind of the same way. the foot traffic that a zone receives, the amount of people that go there, the amount of time that people spend, hanging around that guild trader, the amount of clout that guild trader has, will determine its value. You don't have to worry about that. You just need to worry about if you're paying, you're going to be making more sales. If you're in, Mournhold, Elden Root, Wayrest, you're probably making, the most amount of sales. Belkarth is, a good one as well. You don't have to pay, for some of those. There's even free Elden Root traders if you can get in one. All of that to say, it's definitely worth your time, especially because if it's free and you're logging in and you're listing some items up, it's a win-win for everybody. They get taxes based on your sales. You get passive income. It's a win-win for everybody. Another good option for players are social guilds. And again, you can actually find all of these in the guild finder, which is in the social tab. So you scroll to the social tab, go to guilds, go to guild finders. You can find all of these. Now, social guilds are great because they do fun things on ESO. They help with dungeons, trials, but they also do fun little events too. Like, hey, we're going to do a trivia game, or hey, we're going to help, do a raffle, to raise money for a free guild trader. They do all sorts of fun in-game activities, sky shard hunting. Oftentimes what they'll do is they'll pick a zone, everybody will group up, and then everybody will go and get all of those sky shards together. It's amazing. And I think that there's a lot of room for people to join these guilds that have no real desire, especially for guild trading. Like if you're like, Jake, I already make enough money betting on the lizards. I don't need a guild trader. I'm basically rich, right? You can still join some social guilds. There's no benefit to not being in 5 guilds. And then you've got 5 additional chats that you can basically get help with, teleports, buy crowns, participate in events, find people to run dungeons with you. Things like Roxas are in the store right now. And if you wanted to find people to farm this dungeon with you, so that way you could get the associated helmet, and if you needed to get the Undaunted keys for the shoulder, like bing, bang, boom, that's the time to do it. That's why it's so nice having access to extra chats. Now, you also could get like a core group of friends together and then have like your own guild, and then you could have your own guild bank too. You just have to hit a certain cap. I think it's 10 players. Somebody can put it in the comments below. It's been so long since I've been in one of those small guilds that, where we're all using it for a guild bank. But people do that as well too. Extra bank space using a guild bank. And you, as the guild leader, if you're interested in that, can basically control who is actually able to access things. And one of the inspirations for this video is my friend David. Now, David is what I would refer to as a silly goose. Now, David is one of the best PvE players that I know, and I can quantify that because this man has gotten veteran masks from veteran dungeons on his own with his companion because he refuses to randomly queue and have to deal with 3 other people. So he will physically go it alone if he has to. He's also one of the best parsers that I know on ESO, and he doesn't even use the best gear because oftentimes, he doesn't have people to run trials with. So my inspiration for this video, and I'll send this to David, don't worry, although I've copyrighted his name, so I actually now physically own him in the eyes of the US government, is that I want to push people to be all they can be, right? I did it, I do it every day as a social worker. I'm like, we're gonna push you into this. We're gonna get you where you need to be, because I know it's a generic statement. Be all you can be, right? But you have somebody of my friends who's one of the best PvE players in the game, mostly either a tanking or a damage dealer. One of the best smite players. I think he's been at the top, 1,000 or however that works. So he's great at video games. And I'm like, this is a man who should be on the leaderboard. So I push him. I'm like, join a PvE guild, join a trials guild, go out and do these things. And that's what I want to also push all of you to do as well. If you want to join a PvE guild, join a PvE guild. If you want to join a PvP guild, join a PvP guild. Use my Discord below, and you can find, my Discord, which has access to all sorts of resources and information. I can help give you all sorts of things that you could have and I can help you get, access to groups of people that are interested in the same type of content that you are. And it could be pretty much any of these categories: trading, group PvE, roleplay, social, PvP, questing, crafting. I can help you find any group of people in here to get you, with an associated like-minded, people to play with. Because that's my goal with this video. It's a bit of an odd video, right? But I desperately want everybody who plays ESO to have a nice small group, maybe a large one if they want one, that can help amplify their skills. For me, it's trading. I'd been in trading guilds since 2016 when I started on console after switching from PC. I love trading. I love making money. I love owning different currencies across different characters. I have multiple accounts that I can sell items across. So for me, that's my forte. Some of you watching this, you're a great solo player. You solo world bosses, you solo dungeons, you solo the Infinite Archive. Well, if you can do all those things, maybe you want to be in a 12-man group that's pushing for rare titles or mounts or achievements or score pushing or getting on the leaderboards, or maybe you're a PvP player who wants to join a ball group, or you just want to practice with other people or have people that just talk about the meta. That way, when things change or come out, you're already on the ball for knowing what's new. And if you ever need friends, you can always come to Riften, because unfortunately, as much as I would love to demonetize this video, I'm not going to by playing the in-game chat. But as you can tell, it's popping as always. So there's always some action in some certain ESO zones. Now, that could be a whole video in and of itself, which zones have the most amount of in-game players running around, but I'm more of a Hadran's Caravan enjoyer myself. This is really just more of a thought experiment to come over here. But that's the biggest thing as a content creator. No, it's a bit of a weird thing to talk about, but I always think that you should be in a like-minded group of people that amplify, again, what you're interested in. So if there's any way that I can help you with that, I will help you guys get, groups of people, help you find Discords, band groups, Facebook pages. I'm in them all. So if you need help finding something, if you're like, Jake, PvE, PC, EU, content, I'll be like, here you go, join this group of people. And I can help you with that, because I am in so many Discords. I'll tell you how many Discord notifications I have. I have 4,000 Discord notifications from Discord groups. Now, I have all my DMs read, so you're always welcome to DM me. I don't want you to feel dissuaded knowing that I have 4,000 pings, but those are all in the actual Discords, not actual direct messages. So I will help you. We've got a list of great admins and people in our Discord, as well as great community members and other people that will help you as well. Join the Discord below, join some guilds, make some friends. This is a threat. And so thank you guys one last time for watching. As always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment and a like on the video. You can do it on as many videos as you want posted throughout the month, or posted whenever. Second thing is just make sure you're subscribed. I think we're like 2 subscribers away from our next subscriber goal. And the third thing is look for a hidden word be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person and find and comment that word, you will win. I hope the lizards run in the way that you hope that they do. And I'll catch you guys later. Oh my gosh, we're going to end on a win. Hold. A booyah.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.